And the last thing we're going to talk about, of course, is little Gus. Again, so all three of these cases that we've talked about are so distressing, really. So they're very vulnerable people. But nobody more vulnerable, is there, than a 4-year-old little cherubic boy like this, Gus, who apparently was playing on the sheep station, his family's sheep station in Yunta. We're going to Australia for this case. He was playing about 5:30 one Saturday evening in the sand pit, and he's got, this is a complicated family dynamic as well, because he actually has two grandmas. One of his grandmas transitioned many years ago, was his grandpa, and became his another grandma. So two grandmas, but they stayed together as a couple. So when Josie transitioned to be a woman, Shannon, his wife, stayed, they're still together. Whether they're together in a romantic way, I don't know, or whether it's just convenience, who knows. And Gus he lived on the sheep station with his grandmas and also with his mum. And also with his little brother. So he's got a sibling, and they all live together on the sheep station. His dad, Josh, apparently did not, let me just put so here's his mum. This is one of the Gmars. This is Josie, who's transitioned. This, of course, is Gus. This is the dad, Josh. He did not live there. He apparently didn't have a good relationship with the Gmar. And he was living at a property 2 hours away that he was doing up, apparently, for all the family to come. Anyway, that's the situation. And Gus was playing outside, and then half an hour later, when his Gmar, so one of his Gmars, Josie, and his mum were supposedly at the sheep shearing part of the station. They weren't actually at the homestead, and he and his little brother were being looked after at the homestead, which is a very big sprawling place out in the middle of nowhere. And he was playing in a sand pit, and she says when she went back out there half an hour later, that's a long time to leave a 4-year-old unattended, isn't it? You might leave them just for 5 minutes where you go to the loo or you put the kettle on or what, I don't know, but 30 minutes leaving a 4-year-old unattended, I think that's too much. But she may have, because of the remoteness of where they live, she may have thought, it'd be safe, and then, of course, there is some talk that when was Gus actually last seen by anyone aside from the family? Because this happened 60 days ago, 2 months ago, and Gus has not been seen by anyone outside of the family since March, when he went for like a preschool introduction thing. He was supposed to be starting in nursery or whatever. And that's when that photo was taken, this photo that's doing the rounds. And this is the only photo that has been released of Gus. We have no other photos, as far as I know, anyway. So, what did happen to Gus? In that 30 minutes since his Gmar saw him playing outside, and then 30 minutes later he was gone. And why was he left for 30 minutes? Just seemed like a long time. Even if you're in the house, you don't leave a 4-year-old unattended for 30 minutes, do you? I mean, you just don't. They could get in the cupboards, get something dangerous out the cupboard. They could, I don't know, get in the bath or anything could happen to a 4-year-old. 4-year-olds get into mischief, don't they? Anyway, the police are saying they don't suspect, they're still in that point where they don't suspect foul play or not. They're not admitting to it anyway. And there's been several searches done of this homestead. and the dam was drained and searched. The army's been out there. There's been dogs, cadaver dogs out there, and not a trace of Gus has turned up. Not even the clothes he was wearing. There's been one boot print found. Apparently, and that's it. So where is this boy? And where's his clothes? Where's his shoes? Has he, there's been all sorts of talk. Was it an animal that took him? Did he fall down a mine shaft? Did this happen? Did that happen? Anyway, just recently, over the past couple of days, the police have gone back there and looked in mine shafts. Several mine shafts, and we're going to have a look at some footage that the police have released from there as well. Nothing, nada. So that's another avenue searched and discarded. I think they've been in 6 mine shafts, which apparently they didn't know about before. That's why they've only just gone into them now. This is again, hi Maria. This again is a very, very mysterious situation, isn't it? Very mysterious. Let's have a look at this video first. So this is a video from when they were just about to go in there. Let's see what they said. There's something straight. This is a very strange case. There's something more to this case.
Police have launched a new 3-day search for missing 4-year-old Gus Lamont, who vanished from his family homestead in remote South Australia more than 2 months ago. Police will search unsealed, unfenced mine shafts on Oak Park Station. Unfenced mine shafts on...
So just look at this. Look at this. So you would leave a 4-year-old playing outside here for 30 minutes. I'm not talking about somebody coming and abducting them, but you can see there's a million things that could happen. I don't believe he's run off. I don't think a 4-year-old, somebody was saying on one thing I was watching the other day that maybe he went off looking for his mum because his mum was not there. She was at the sheep shearing station or whatever with the other GMAR. So it could be. Do you think he went thinking, he would find his mum? He's going off to where his mum was and just got hopelessly lost. But then why has he not been found? Why has his little body not been found? There's so many searches been done. Anyway, maybe. I don't think the police are going to give up on this. Well, certainly not soon. Eventually, they'll have to give up, won't they? But I think it'll be a while before they will be.
Search unsealed, unfenced mine shafts on Oak Park Station, about 40 kilometres south of Yunta, on Tuesday morning. The search team was not previously aware of the shafts, which are located 5.5 kilometres to 12 kilometres away from the homestead in areas previously not searched.
Acting on the advice from...
it's a very desolate area in the sense of you'd think it'd be easier to find a body because it is barren, isn't it, and bleak. They've had drones go over and things, so it's not as if there's many places where a body could be covered up. It's not like trees and things, so why have they not found him?
From the homestead in areas previously not searched.
Acting on the advice from survivability experts, doctors, medical staff in relation to exactly what the likelihood of Gus, how far Gus might travel and how long he was able to survive without any support or assistance. There is no evidence of foul play at this time, but as I've said publicly before, we are still open to any possibilities that might have resulted in Gus having gone missing.
Officers are expected to spend the next 3 days searching the area. In the 2 months since Gus, officers are expected to spend...
Look at the dust. Look at this. The dust flying up. I mean, it's very barren. Gus cannot be alive, unfortunately. Much as I'd love to think he could be alive, if he's in here somewhere, He can't be alive, can he? Not after 2 months, bless him.
The next 3 days searching the area. In the 2 months since Gus disappeared, there have been several searches for the missing 4-year-old, with police bringing in members of the ADF, SES volunteers, trackers, and local property owners. The new search is the first since police drained a dam about 600 metres from the homestead in late October. The draining of the dam, which was about 4.5 metres deep, allowed police to rule out the possibility. The new search is the first.
So the other thing they did was drain the dam completely, and they didn't find, so it didn't go in the water.
Since police drained a dam about 600 metres from the homestead in late October. The draining of the dam, which was about 4.5 metres deep, allowed police to rule out the possibility the 4-year-old had fallen in and drowned. There has not been any evidence of foul play, and police say that Lamont family have continued to cooperate fully with the investigation. Gus's family released a statement through police on September 30th, expressing their devastation at the little boy's disappearance. "We are devastated by the disappearance of our beloved Gus on Saturday afternoon," the statement read.
Yeah, so it's been ages since the family have made any statement, and they didn't make, they're a very private family, obviously. They didn't make that statement in person. They got a friend to release a statement. And really, the only other thing we've seen of this family is when Daily Mail reporters have tried to sort of, and I'm not in favour of them just turning up at people's houses and trying to get them to speak. They'd go mad if that was a social media person, a TikToker or whatever. But the Daily Mail's always sort of popping up there and trying to get them to speak. And of course, the last thing that happened was they turned up at the door, and Josie, the transgender grandma, came out with a pump action shotgun and sort of told them, in no uncertain terms, to get lost, and said, and then afterwards said that they'd been going to shoot a snake on the patio thing. That they had that. The reason they had that pump action shotgun was they wanted to shoot a snake. Which anyway, they played right into the Mail reporter's hands, because it gave the Mail reporter a good story to take back. This transgender Gma Josie appearing on the porch, looking really terrifying, to be honest, because the muscles on that woman, oh my God. And then a pump action shotgun in one hand and now ammunition in the other hand. It was terrifying. So that hasn't done them any favours in the court of public opinion. And, like it or not, their child has gone missing. People are invested in the disappearance of Gus. You can't say it's nothing to do with anyone. It is, because people care about Gus. Where is this boy? Everyone, not only in Australia, but, all over the world. People are, where is this boy? What's happened to him? So to appear all aggressive like that to everyone, it's not good. I mean, it's not like they owe the public anything. I'm not saying that, but I mean, all you have to say is, look, no comment. I mean, that's all you have to say, isn't it? Sorry, but we don't want to talk about it. You don't have to get a shotgun out. Well, she says she didn't get a shotgun out. She just coincidentally had the shotgun in her hand because she was just about to shoot a snake on the porch. Yeah, whatever.
This has come as a shock to our family and friends, and we are struggling to comprehend what has happened. Gus's absence is felt in all of us, and we miss him more than words can express. Our hearts are aching, and we are holding on to hope that he will be found and returned to us safely.
So, there you go.
Police have launched a new...
Let me just get rid of that. So, unfortunately, though, they haven't found anything. So I'm going to just show you this video that the police have released of one of the mine searches. This is from the actual South Australian police. Now, apparently, they've searched 6 mine shafts some of which were shallower and easier to search, but ones like this one, they needed specialist equipment. You know, very deep, isn't it? Very deep. I think Samantha Murphy is in a mine shaft somewhere. That's what I think.
And the fact that it's found in the water, downriver.
Oh, hang on.
Yeah.
No, this has gone on to something else now. I don't want to see something else. No. Sorry, this is the Jack and Lily case, but I'm not talking about that in this video. Go back to this. So yeah, very deep, some of these shafts. Easy to, I really think Samantha Murphy is in one of these sort of mine shafts, personally. That's what I think. But whether they'll ever find her is a whole nother matter, isn't it? Anyway, where am I? So let's go to what the Mail had to say. So basically, the upshot of it is nothing's been found as yet. So that's another, you know, it's another another possibility. They're not in these mine shafts. He's not in these mine shafts, so they'll just keep looking, won't they? So police have confirmed there is still no sign of 4-year-old Gus Lamont after they completed searching mine shafts near the family's property in outback South Australia. They said they would search 6 mine shafts near Oak Park Station, but on Wednesday they confirmed the latest search had found nothing. It's a shame, isn't it? The inspection of the mine shafts located between 5.5 kilometres and 12 kilometres from the Oak Park homestead did not locate any evidence to assist in the investigation into Gus's disappearance. Several of the shafts were relatively shallow and could be visually inspected, but the remainder were up to 20 metres deep and specialised equipment was required to complete the searches, and Gus's family has been advised of the results of the search. But they have not ruled out returning to the property as the investigation continues. So the latest search followed the police draining a large dam on the property on October the 31st. So this has ruled out concerns that this little baby may have drowned. Look at his little face. Oh dear, where are you, Gus? So yeah, these mine shafts, gosh, are they just there? Where's the covers? I mean, anyone could fall down them, or animals could fall down them, couldn't they? So yeah, I think that's it really. Just, you know, it's just going to repeat the whole sort of story, but ultimately, you know, it's the same story. He's gone and nobody knows. So, but having said that, friends have said it's very easy to get lost on a station that size. Shannon grew up out there and she almost got lost a few years ago. Her and Josie were out on motorbikes sorting out the sheep one afternoon and they got separated for a while. So that's Shannon and Josie are the 2 GMAs. She had to turn off her bike to listen out for Josie's to find her way back. He's a happy little boy, happy to do his own thing, but when you address him, he gets shy and hides. Gus's father, Joshua, was living in a farmhouse in Belleley North, 2 hours away, but still in a relationship with Jessica, Gus's mum. And it's understood he only found out his child was missing when police woke him up at his Belleley North home hours after Gus had vanished. And he now appears to be living in Adelaide, more than 290 kilometres away from where his son was last seen. But Jessica has not been seen in public. So don't forget, Jessica has got another little boy, It says she has not been seen in public since Gus vanished. And it is widely understood she remains at Oak Park Station looking after Ronnie, who is the other sibling. So I just wanted to give you the update, which unfortunately the update is, he still hasn't been found, and he wasn't in those mine shafts.